everybody. Welcome to the Feywilds Academy Into the Mysts. We are a 5th edition Dragon Riders thing show. That's what we are. We're doing a show brought to you by the Roll20 Spotlight program. We are riding dragons. Bless you. We are exploring the Feywilds, and we are having a lot of fun. And with me today, we have our wonderful producer, Gnome. Say hi. Or dab. Into it. We have Eris.
I'm in the wrong spot. Hi.
Well, you know, we're trying something new today where you just have to play a different character, determined at random by the
Norden, you ready to play Puck?
Yeah.
Speaking of Norden Ali, we have Norden Ali here.
Hi.
And Connie Chang.
It's me, Connie, pronouns they, he, and she.
A couple things before we get started. One, if you are here, you have officially entered into a social contract with us, the streamers, and everybody in chat. That requires you to be respectful to everyone's identities and who they are, respecting pronouns, respecting race, and sharing no bigotry or hate in our chat. Our mods will ban you on site. Other than that, we're gonna play some D&D and have some fun and go on an adventure. Are y'all ready? All right. So, the mists hold secrets. How could they not? Been locked away for thousands of years. A figure who calls themselves the Dreamer and takes memories. A dispute between treants and the trees they shepherd, and a small village of Flithidir. Upside down waterfalls. Certainly has been different. And now you're at the mouth of a small cave, with the sound of metallic clacking echoing from beyond. Your little friend Elian flies kind of by the taller of you, by your heads. Says, well, that's where the water goes. Good luck. The last person who went down there never came back. Have fun. And starts fluttering back. And
Wait, was there only one person?
what do you mean?
You said the last person that went down there never came back. Was it one person?
Yeah, just the last one that yeah.
What's their name?
Yep. Darian.
We'll look for them.
Okay.
Are they also a flappy little thing? Or are they normal?
Oh, wow.
Are they a Flithidir or are they kind of boring like us?
They're
Speak for yourself, Donick.
They're Flithidir, which are normal.
Got it. We'll look out for one of your friends and we'll make sure to return them safe and sound as best as we can.
Sure. I mean, it happened when I was like a kid, but
Oh, well, I'm sure they're still alive down there. Just
sure,
have
probably
to
making
hope.
sandwiches.
You never know
Yeah.
when someone's going to turn up. Maybe they like that better.
Yeah, usually when people disappear here, they come back. That happens.
Well, you also never know if someone, runs off and meets the love of their life, gets married, has children.
That's true. There's probably a lot of people to fall in love with in this cave. So I hope you all find love and that our village doesn't get destroyed by the tree ants because you save us.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of pressure, buddy. You're lucky I thrive under pressure. Isn't that right, friends?
You just said that we're lucky, so.
Exactly. And they've got me on their team, so we're going to fix your little water tree ant problem lickety-split.
Sure.
Is that a Sylvan saying?
Lickety splitter, sure.
Lickety split.
It's
Oh.
something I picked up from some fae down south. You don't have to worry about it. All right, let's get in here, make our feet wet, figure out some mysteries, and become heroes.
I'm totally down to give it my all. Let's do it.
Sing starts humming "We Can Be Heroes" so that Yue can perform to it if needed.
Grit does the really annoying theater kid thing where like they start to like hum it along and like do riffs and stuff, but like they're like weirdly good at singing, which makes it extra annoying. They're gonna start like forging forward.
Okay. So as you all head forward, this tunnel is fairly small. You're the bigger of the dragons have to kind of hunch a little bit. It's probably about 6 feet high, 10 feet wide. It's not super big. The stream that runs through it, that at least at this point goes wall to wall, is only about 2 feet deep. It's not super deep. Can I get an order in which you would be walking down this path?
Can I ask first, who has dark vision here?
I think. Do Yuenti? I think I do.
I think
As a Yuenti, I think I have dark vision.
I do.
I have to double check though. I do.
Okay.
Puck?
It's not good vision, but I can see in the dark.
So I think Puck is going to be somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Puck doesn't generally walk anyways. They're probably flitting somewhere around everyone's shoulders, like kind of back and forth, because I've got
Yeah, maybe I should hold up the rear because I'm a squishy sorcerer. And Taza, as our barbarian, can be up front because they
you
also have dark vision.
Could go up front. Yeah, it'd be fine.
Yeah, and I
think
can like
I'll-
look out for threats behind or creeping up behind us.
Okay.
And I guess that leaves me in the middle.
Okay. So Taza, as you walk down, it is dark in this cave, at least initially. The stream, as it flows, it's very slick underneath your feet. There's some, whether it's algae or fungus or something, there is something growing underneath this water. It's not just slick from being wet. It's abnormally slick. The walls are very smooth, like a cavern that's been carved for ages by water. As you head down, I would like you to make a perception check.
Oh, my specialty. Perception. Ooh, take a 21. Natty 20.
Okay. As you walk down, you see that there are thousands of tiny little mushrooms that have started to, at first as you walk, there was just a couple. The deeper you get, they start to line all of the walls. They're all only, I don't know, an inch or two, the cap is, and right off the ground, but they're definitely there and they're present, and there are a lot of them.
Great. They're pretty. Would I recognize?
You can make a
Like-
nature check.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. How's my
how
nature?
dark is it in here?
It's dark.
Okay, at this point, Puck's gonna be like, I can't see anything, and snaps their fingers, and little globules of light start popping up around all of us, and I'll cast dancing lights.
Okay. As you cast dancing lights, you see all these mushrooms as well. As the light hits them, all of them fly into the air and start surrounding you,
Oh,
hovering and moving.
No!
If I recall correctly, these are edible. We can take some home and make a nice mushroom stew.
Taza, how certain are you that these things are edible?
Can
The
I
most certain in my life, which is a very long one.
You can do a nature check.
Can I? Can I pitch in and help, please, for the love of God?
The dichotomy of my
Sure.
roles today.
Why not?
Okay, you're
Oh my god.
18.
These are called Pixie's umbrellas, and
Okay.
they are not edible.
What do they do?
Well, as you are quickly reminded, as you've seen them before, as they puff up and float around you, all of you, need to make a con save,
Oh.
including your dragons.
Oh.
No.
I fail that. Let's see if Kaan does.
Okay. I got a 15.
Okay, so just Donic fails.
Wow, just tonic fails by a large margin. Okay.
Wow.
Wait, sing. Come on, fail with me, sing.
Even Trix succeeded.
How do I roll for sing? Character sheet.
And then
Okay,
under
it's
saving
plus saving throw. Ooh.
Yep, it's
throws. Just yeah.
so, did that only roll? Oh, that only rolled 1d4. Oops. So you take 3 poison damage. All the rest of you take 1 poison damage.
I have resistance to poison.
What do you do with half of 1?
Do we round down? So would that be 0?
Sure. Why not?
Yes.
I'm just gonna write a note here. Get resistance to poison.
Wait.
Because your
I'm
con
immune to
sucks.
poison damage, actually. And the poison condition as a UNT.
Perfect. So you would know that this is definitely affecting your friends, even though nothing seems to be affecting you, as they all fly up into the air and these thousands of mushrooms are surrounding you. What are you doing?
Rule number
Ugh.
1 in a dark cave: don't turn the lights on.
How else am I going to be able to see?
You trust one of us to see for you. Otherwise, this happens.
Shh,
We
also
just-
be quiet. There might be other things in the cave.
That's a good point, Taza. Ugh. These little moats with their little poisonous spores. How quaint. Good thing I'm immune to all this. Bring it on.
By the way,
See,
was
you
this
could
sa-
eat them. They're edible to you.
Was this
Rather not.
Stephen? Was this save that I was supposed to reach 10 or 11? This is
10.
Okay, thank God.
Mhm.
I'm not poisoned next turn.
Nope.
So is there a way to just continue?
Yeah, you can keep walking through them.
I would like to bag one of these mushrooms. I would like to pull out like my belt pouch where I keep my other spell components, and I just sort of like to fish them out of the air and put them in my pouch.
They're pretty small, so why don't you roll me a d12?
Oh, just straight up.
Yeah. There's
Okay.
literally like you're moving them with your hands. There's thousands of them around you. It's not exactly hunting.
7.
You get 7.
Yay! I'll write it down.
If you are continuing on, I'm going to need everyone to make another con save.
Do I even have to make this? I guess I will.
You don't have to make the save. Sing
Okay.
That's
does
an
have to
8
make it.
for
that's
Taz. And a 19 for Norg.
Okay.
Got
So it looks like Taza and Donic again take the full damage.
No, Donic's fine. Donic rolls a 20. Khan is taking the full damage.
Kaan was the okay. So that's 5. and then half rounds down to 2.
Okay, it's a little tight to breathe in here.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna keep moving out of it.
Okay, you gonna keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. As you
Kaan, do you mind just like sneaking your head over Taz's and just please?
is that, do they make a would that be a save, or does he roll attack for his breath?
They make a save. DC 12.
Dex or
Dex.
okay.
They take 4d10.
You watch as this hallway just bursts into flames.
Oh my god.
As the fungi are toasted and fall to the ground.
Taz's eyebrows are singed. He's furry.
And you hear oh my gosh, I just blanked on your dragon's name, even though you just said it. Kaan, thank you. Kaan goes, about time you let me do something fun. As you continue walking, you notice that with Puck's lights, the water starts to change colors a little bit. And parts of it start to run up the walls, almost looking like mercury. It's very, very glassy and metallic. And as it runs up the walls, it starts to cover them. And as you continue walking, you come to this room that is completely covered by this liquid mercury. And as you look around, there are fractals of thousands and thousands and thousands of mirrors, and you can see yourself in every single spot. And as you look behind you, it is closed off. And you're in this room with just the reflections of yourself and the light bouncing off of 1,000 different faces covered by this metal, or what looks like metal.
I can't say I've experienced or seen something like this before. Have any of you?
All I'm just gonna say is I don't like it. This seems a bit off.
It's beautiful. Andrea's specifically walking up to a mirror shard and looking at their own face.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's just you.
I know, but I'm
As-
quite breathtaking, aren't I?
As you
You
look
are.
up, as you go to one of those shards, your reflection winks at you.
Whoa, oh, whoa, what a saucy minx. I don't say that.
And yet it still would be fitting.
It would be
Connie, I
fitting. It
love
would be
you.
fitting. Let me try a different line. Wow. Well, you know, I'm actually not against this. Would this be morally wrong if we... Hello. Hi.
Wait. Okay, hold on. What exactly is happening?
As you
Well, I just winked at myself.
as you're communicating with yourself, this metal reaches out to you and starts to wrap around your arm. And does a 20 hit you?
Yes. I don't like that it's called life drain.
You take 8 necrotic damage,
Okay.
and I need you to make a con save.
Good thing I'm proficient in that. Yikes. Can I okay, can I Tides of Chaos to get advantage on this?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll it again.
Okay. you
Okay,
pass the
that's much
save,
better.
And I would like you to roll on the wild magic table.
Okay, that's a D100.
Whatever happens.
89. I have it up to.
You have it up.
89 is no! For the next 24 hours, my hair and fingernails grow at 100 times the normal rate. Oh my god.
That's amazing.
You starting to look like my auntie.
What? I haven't looked like this since we were in the Court of Winds. No, my nails, my manicure, you fiend. I say to myself.
It's gone. There's no
What?
reflection in the mirror.
What
In
the-
the shard that you're looking at.
Taza, Puck, Donick, did you see that? Please tell me I wasn't the only person who saw that.
Can I investigate one of these mirrors? I'm not going to get too close.
Yes, you may.
What exactly does this do? 11?
As you kind of from a distance look at one of the fractals of this mirror of these walls, you see your reflection. Only yours. You don't see anyone else reflected in it. But it's similar to Yue. It's not necessarily doing exactly what you're doing. It looks like you at first, then it gives you like a head nod.
So what we've got here is, I'm thinking it's probably a trap.
Ouch. Where it grabbed me really hurts. Dang it. And I get distracted by my own hair. I'm like pulling out a small knife and cutting it.
There is
Your
only
fingernails
one
get caught in your
Taza.
hair.
Oh God.
I take out clippers and I start clipping. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I need the rest of you to take care of this little mirror problem, please.
Sings in the back, trying to help you with their claws
Yeah,
cutting your
preserve
hair.
the undercut. Yeah, it's really just make sure you taper it, Sing. Taper
I
it.
know. This is I always do your hair. It's going to be fine, darling. It's going to be
Thank
fine.
you. It's just gross. I hate it when this happens. It's my least favorite effect.
Did
And
you
one
say
of
it was-
these summons a cow.
Did you say one of these? It's 24 hours.
24 freaking hours, my dude.
So long.
That's such a personal hell.
100 times. That's not so bad because they don't grow super well.
No.
We'll see. Yeah, I'm distracted completely.
Taza doesn't like this because there is only one Taza, and they take their cane staff / great axe and just conk one of the closest
Yeah.
mirrors.
Roll your attack.
$14.
As you swing to hit it, you feel your you said a cane axe?
Yeah. So it's a staff, and it's got this like big like crescent moon shape on it, but the edge is like finely graded so that it is an axe. It can slice through stuff.
And so as you swing with your 14, you feel it connect. You don't hear the shattering sound that you would expect to hear from hitting a mirror. You hear the sound of your axe hitting stone behind it as you watch this like liquid almost surround it. And as you pull back, it's on, some of this is on your axe.
So kind of shake it off.
Okay, so first we got those little jellyfish mushroom monstrosities. Then we got these mirrors. I feel like we're not supposed to be here.
You think? Donick, we're in some sort of cave in the middle of God's knows where, in the depths of the mists in the Feywild. I'm pretty sure that this was not on any sort of map that exists. Let's just... Kaan, do you think you could burn this place again? Maybe fire will work again. Ugh.
It's got to make a DC 12 dexterity. I'm not even going to pretend like Kaan would listen if Donick said don't do that. So we're just going to do it.
Okay, so Kaan's, I'm picturing Kaan flying around this room, just breathing as much fire as he can. It doesn't seem to affect it as it kind of burns against the wall. The liquid recedes and then flows back.
Does the liquid seem to be a creature or is it an item?
Does anybody
don't-
have like detect magic or a way?
I did not pick that. I'm so sorry. I should have.
It's kind of both.
Kind of both. Okay.
It's alive, it seems like, but not necessarily sentient, I guess you could say.
Okay.
The liquid itself.
I'm going to just call out at the liquid as it's like dodging like Kaan's fire breath, where like as the fire seems to just like bounce off of it and not affect it really. I'm just gonna say open. And I'm trying to cast command on it and command it to like open and show us a passage forward.
Okay. As you cast command, I would like you to roll an insight check.
Oh, that's fun. Let's do it. Insight. I'm not very wise at all.
Your command spell doesn't work. As you watch all these reflections of yourself start to laugh at you.
What? Stop laughing at me. You. Shut up. You're silly. I don't look silly. You're silly.
Okay, I'm gonna like just do it the normal. Can I do a perception check to see if I can tell where the exit is?
Yeah, roll perception.
Oh god, 23.
You can't find where the exit is,
Mm-hmm.
but as you are looking around, kind of using all your senses, especially from like growing up on these edges where being very perceptive was incredibly important, you notice that in all the reflections, you act slightly different than what you're actually doing until your eyes land on one that is mirroring you exactly.
I walk up to it and try and touch the mirror.
As your hand reaches out in that mirrored fashion, they come together. It separates, and the path continues beyond this room.
Did you see that?
What did you do?
So I looked around and I found one of them was just like, and just, winking. One of them was like flapping its wings. And I also flapped my wings. And then this one was doing the exact same thing. It's a lot less exciting when I say it like that.
Yeah. A path has opened because of what you did, Donick. As you finish your explanation, I go, will you look at that? Thank you, Donick, and let's get the heck out of here. And all of you, I would like to do a sick kickflip through the air. And as I kick my leg up at Donick's reflections and my own, I want to cast Windlash and like slice at one of the mirrors and just crack it if I can.
Okay.
On my way out, just as like a parting fuck you.
It doesn't crack, but you watch as that like liquid mirror splits apart and some of it falls down into the water that you've been in.
That's right. Run away. Swim away or slough away, however you move, you gross little vile liquid snake.
The last thing that you sees as you walk through is one of your reflections gently applauding.
I do like a mocking like bow at it, but then like my hair falls in front of my face and I go poof, and I start cutting it again.
No. Y'all are continuing on.
Hell yeah, get out of that room.
Yeah, we're getting the hell out of here.
I thought it was a nice place. I thought it seemed like a good place for maybe a rest or.
We just started. We don't have time to rest.
As long as we don't do something ridiculous, it'd be fine. But at the same time, I don't trust this group to not do something ridiculous.
Wise. Very wise.
Thomas is actually going to be wise in this moment. Be like, we need to settle down and be quiet. I would like to try to like stealth, and just like kind of like hunch low and blend in, which is a bugbear specialty. Bugbears are
Oh.
more cat-like and are surprisingly silent when they move.
Okay.
So despite the old bones,
Roll your stealth. Do you have advantage on that because of
No,
being a
I do
bugbear?
not. I don't think it's advantage. I just get free proficiency, and I actually
Free
get a
proficiency.
surprise attack,
Oh, cool.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Because Puck's lights are on, I'm going to have you roll that stealth with disadvantage.
With disadvantage? Okay.
You got this.
Roll stealth.
Sorry, just messing everything up.
It's
Let's roll stealth.
Yeah, the mushrooms now stealth.
10?
10. Okay.
It's not bad.
Are the rest of you following suit?
Yeah, I'm going to too. Fun fact.
Yeah, why
about,
not?
I'm invisible to creatures that rely upon dark vision when I'm in darkness, but unfortunately.
Oh, the light. It's messing everyone up.
But
Nah, I
in
don't.
the
Do we
best
also
way
roll
possible.
with disadvantage?
Yes.
Hey, Puck.
Okay.
Puck.
5.
Why don't you come here? Settle here. I will guide you through this place. The light is uncommon here. I won't let any harm come to you.
If I bump into walls, it's your fault.
I can see the walls.
I can't.
Well, you're going to be here.
I can't see you either.
Here. Even better. I'm going to reach out my big freaking paw. He's like 8 feet tall. He just reaches out this big furry paw and like, would she like sit in it for a second and like rest on it?
They look very unsure, but will.
Okay. And just very gently, as if like she were a rare butterfly. I'm so sorry. As if they were a rare butterfly, brings them close to the skull the skull headdress that he wears, and rests them in one of the eye sockets where it's actually quite cozy. There's a mashup of like feathers, fur, some cloth and whatnot, because it's a whole headdress piece. You will be safe and rather hidden here if you prefer, but we cannot have the light. It's dangerous.
They look extremely uncomfortable, but the lights go out.
Should we be re-rolling those stealth checks?
You can re-roll the stealth checks. And,
Thank you, friend.
And Taza, you can roll a perception as you're in the front with advantage.
Okay. So reroll stealth. That's better. That's an 18.
Because
And
I'm like
you'll-
visually invisible to any creatures with dark vision in darkness, should I like, is there a bonus to this, or do I just roll?
You can roll with advantage.
I'm going to use one of my inspirations. Actually, it wouldn't really help as a one.
Okay, so I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Hold on. Did Puck use a bardic inspiration or like an inspiration?
I was going to, but I rolled a natural 1, so it doesn't matter anyways.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah, cool. Never mind. 'Cause I have a special thing
Just
that
to
happens.
argue, would you get advantage because you're slightly hidden within my headdress?
Sure.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
Good
I mean
GM.
Puck's not flying or really moving, so I guess that makes a lot of sense to me.
Oh.
So y'all are invisible.
Oh,
As you walk through this hallways. And did you roll your perception was a 16?
Yeah, 16.
You notice along the roof of this cavern a little further, there are these very faint glowing lights covering about a 10-foot space, sort of hanging from above you, about 20 feet ahead of you. Did that make sense? Do I need to re-explain that?
There are like is a faint glow of some hanging lights about 20 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
And Taza kind of like lowers himself even further. Maybe even like nudges his foot at his spirit guardian, who's like maybe just like freely wandering because this is the spirit realm. There is a light ahead of us. I would heed with great caution. I could maybe scout ahead. I'm not alone. Right, Puck?
I could do the scouting ahead.
Oh, I'm here.
If you two prefer, I could do the scouting ahead. I'm pretty good at like seeing things.
Well, yeah, and you figured out the mirror chamber thing too. Yeah, Donick, why don't you? I'm off for Donick taking the lead here.
By all means, Donick.
Okay. And I'm gonna like quietly sneak around Taza and stop right where the it's the opposite Lion King. It's right where the light hits that I dare not tread. And I'd like to perceive what I can perceive through the light.
Okay. So kind of what this light is illuminating is there's like these little tiny, almost like firefly sort of lights at the end of these tendrils connected to moss on the ceiling.
Are they moving?
Not currently.
I'm going to take up a small rock from the ground and I'm going to throw it ahead of me to like loudly bang upon the ground right in the middle of the room.
Okay. As that rock bangs, you watch as these tendrils all drop and like surround it and pull it up.
Duh.
Yeah, that's another trap.
So what do we do, Donick? Do we attack the things before they attack us?
Well, first let's test its senses. So that could have been based upon sound. Let's move something a bit quieter. I'm going to take another rock, and this time I'm going to like roll it upon the ground towards the tendrils quietly.
As it rolls, more of these like tendrils spring from the moss, grab it, and pull it up.
Blindside.
The other one has dropped the rock, the first rock that you took.
Ooh, I have an idea. And I'm so glad I took mage initiate. Taza's in like one far corner, very far away from the group, is gonna like make a little fart noise. I can't make a fart noise with these piercings in. But pass wind off in like a corner to see if like the sound, if it's something physical or if they're interested in just sound.
So sort
That's
of
related to mage initiate. How? just
Druidcraft?
checking in.
Taza picked is innately magical now, with a little bit of sorcery, and so he's got prestidigitation.
Oh, I thought you were just
and
farting.
spells.
Cool.
Oh yeah, no,
You were just passing it. Okay.
yes. Use prestidigitation. I was determined to use it, and this is a perfect opportunity.
So can you help me understand exactly where in relation to what you see you're doing? Like, is it near where this stuff is, or is it where like away from where these lights are?
It'd be near, like close to the lights. Taza is testing whether or not if it is just sound or if it is movement, because there's no movement with just the sound. There's movement with the rock, but there is only sound coming from the wind passing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Give me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, as you make this fart noise, they don't move.
Huh.
Shit.
There's one more option we should rule out. And I'm going to minor illusion in the center of the chamber, by the rocks. No movement, but just like a tiny mote of light. That isn't strong enough to like reveal us in the darkness.
Again, no movement.
It's based on they probably have blind sight,
So
which is
what
a very specific technical term that us near the edges of the mists use to refer to people who don't need light to see. Yeah,
So they sense movement and activity?
pretty much. But it's within a
How are we
certain
supposed to-
radius.
With all this, Donick, why don't you roll a nature check with advantage?
With advantage.
Ooh.
Oh, with advantage. How lovely. I'd love to.
Y'all have been doing science experiments. I love it. This is the
15.
first group in a long time that hasn't everything that I've put in front of them. They haven't just been like, I charge ahead.
We're weirdly impulsive, but also cautious.
Yeah.
Taz's intelligence is very low. He's got a -2, but his wisdom is very high.
Donick's
We're the
wisdom is also
opposite.
high.
I have
So,
really high intelligence, but shoddy wisdom.
We all balance each other out.
with the pieces, with kind of the different tests you've had, rolling the rocks on the ground, the illusions, and everything, it's even a little bit further than blind sight. You get the sense that this creature feels vibrations.
Tremor sense. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Vibrations to the air, vibrations to the ground.
Ground.
So if we floated, we'd be okay. If we flew on our
If
dragons?
we flew on our dragons.
Yeah,
maybe.
I like walk back a little bit. I take a running leap and I just soar through the air without touching the ground.
Can you describe to me how you would fly through this tunnel?
Yeah. So really what I'm not flying because there's not enough wind to pick up underneath my wings to generate lift, which is a very scientific way of saying there's no air in here. But what I'm really doing is generating forward momentum, jumping into the air, and using my wings basically to glide me across the room.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a dex save.
Dex save. 13.
13. Okay. As you glide across, you do have to be above the ground, and these lights do hang, and you are able to avoid any of them as you get to the other side of where this plant is.
Oh, advantage and disadvantage. Right. But the first roll would have been fine anyway.
Yeah, I just when you roll with advantage on, I just take the first one.
I turn back at them. I like extend my arms and extend my even greater wings, and I just like put two fists in the air.
Donick is very smart.
Okay. Well, Sing, you know what we have to do.
Mhm.
I believe in you. And I believe in me even more. Andrea's gonna get on Sing's back and be like, just follow the movement of my body. We are as one, my friend, and let's get through this tunnel.
I believe we can fly.
I believe we could even touch the sky. But not these things. Let's not touch these things at all.
And I am going to have Sing roll a dex save.
Okay, you can do it, Sing. I believe in my dragon. I believe that Sing can do it. Okay. Character sheet. Dex save.
Okay.
That is a 22.
The two of you very elegantly fly through. And at the end, Sing does this little like barrel roll.
Yeah,
to help
hell
you
yeah.
dismount.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Okay.
Whew. Well, come
Is
on,
there
Taza,
enough
come on,
light
Taza.
that I can actually see?
You can see where the lights are. it's not really like it's not illuminating necessarily the walls or anything. It's very, very, very dim light.
We can fly.
Yeah, I have wings.
Nord's got wings and is a slender young dragon.
I have wings.
Oh yeah.
I was flying through this whole cave.
I mean, you can't just ask people if they have wings, okay? So he's trying to be sensitive.
Can we get through this tunnel,
Puck's just
please?
gonna
I'm
fly
not
through.
liking my...
Okay. You're so small that you can make your deck save with advantage.
Does Trixie need to make deck save with advantage too?
Can Trixie see in the dark?
Yes.
Oh no.
I'm going to use. I have inspiration. I've got 3 now.
Okay. Use them.
That's a D4.
It's a D. I'm sorry, my inspiration or
Channel inspiration.
Ch-
I've
channel
gotten
inspiration.
never mind.
3
Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
inspirations. Okay. I'm gonna keep using them until I get up enough until I'm comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna use another one.
Okay.
12. Let's hope that works.
As you and Trixie fly on
I can
through,
fly.
one of these tendrils, as you bump it, flies down towards you, but because you're in the air, it just barely misses you. And you do make it to the other side.
Duh. Well, that was a close one. Are you okay, Puck?
No. Puck is angry.
Tazza, get over here so Puck can get inside your eye hole again.
All right, Norg, are you ready? Very carefully, don't touch anything.
I know. Climb on back, old
Okay,
fellow.
let's go, boy.
And roll the roll that deck save.
For both?
No, just for
Nord.
Nord.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, another nat 1.
They have +9 to hit. Cripes.
Yeah, so a few more of these tendrils like reach down and go right around all of the wings, all around Norg's wings, as you hear this like almost wet slap as they hit the ground,
Ew.
and pull back up, and rest as they didn't get anything, and y'all are on the other side of this.
Kaan hasn't flown through yet.
Oh, I forgot because you flew.
Yeah, and I think what he's going to do is he's going to walk into the middle of the room and blow fire at the tendrils. Because
Okay.
he does that all the time.
Okay. They can't move, so I'm not going to even make them make a deck save. So roll the damage.
25 fire damage.
Okay. We're gonna we might have to roll initiative in a second.
No, we're so close to getting out of here.
An 18.
That does hit, yeah.
Okay. That does 28 bludgeoning damage, and I need it to make a it doesn't say what kind of save. A strength save.
Okay. I never look. Kaan was always going to be a bit of a jerk. I'm sorry.
Right before I'm picturing though, right before oh no.
Right before you were saying?
Right before he breathes the fire, he's like, why are y'all scared of a bunch of plants? Breathes
Yes, he does.
fire. And these tendrils from this moss like reach down, wrap around him, and start to pull him up into it. And we're gonna need to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's his initiative, not my initiative. Hold on. I'm sorry, everyone.
And
Sorry.
you know what? I think
Oh, and that's 20. Nice.
Nice. As we roll initiative, I think let's take a 5-minute break. I'll get the initiative order set up. Y'all can stretch. You in chat, you can stretch. Thanks for the gift subs and the cheers that we've seen. We really appreciate it. If you're looking for other ways to support us, because I know not everyone is doing things through Twitch right now for very, very valid reasons. You can support us here on those links in chat as well. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes to see what happens to Kaan.
All right. Just kidding.
Perfect. Okay, we are back with Into the Mysts. We are exploring some very safe caves, nothing too dangerous. I guess one of the dragons is completely restrained by this moss that's trying to suck its life away. But other than that, real quick, I forgot to say beforehand, if you do want to help support this show, help our cast get paid, help our channel make more shows in the future, we have a Ko-fi. I never know how to say it. I always feel weird. And that's a way that you can really tell these wonderful people that you appreciate the entertainment that they are bringing to your morning. Because this is a lot of fun. But where we left off, as you all walked through this cave, you were so close to getting past, so close to getting past this moss. Until Kaan decided, it's a plant. I should burn it. And the plant didn't like that. The plant did not like that one bit. As probably 15 tendrils of this moss shoot down and wrap around Kaan and pull him up to the roof. Even as he's trying to wiggle his way free, you see them almost tightening around him. You watch as the lights start to almost go into Kaan's scales. And I forgot to roll initiative for the creature. Whoopsis. Where are you? That is fitting. Super fitting. It's a plant. It's not fast. And Taza, it is your and Norg's turn.
Yeah, Taza is going to be like, of course, we're so close, Yve. And so the vines have pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
Kaan, okay. Pulling out from his back, because he's just had some stuff on his back, right? Because where else would you carry your billion javelins? He's gonna pull one off of his back and just kind of like take aim. And as he's going to throw it, I would like to rage. So as a bonus action to rage. But it's not a barbarian's rage, right? In this instance, he's an ancestral guardian, which means he is fueled and powered by his ancestry. And the badger, his Baba Badger, is behind him and kind of like crawls up his back, right? And nobody else, of course, can see this. There's maybe just like a little of wind as it just kind of like crawls up his back, and as he goes to throw it, it takes its like clawed paw and just kind of repositions his arm a bit so that it's a better throw, and he just chucks the javelin almost like in like slow motion at one of the tendrils to help Kaan out. Okay,
Roll your attack.
Ooh, 13.
A 13 misses.
Butts. It clatters.
As it almost like, it looks like it goes into the moss and leaves it unaffected and just falls to the ground. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and that's all I can do this round.
Okay. And Norg.
Oh, Norg. Let's see. What can Norg... No, Norg is a melee. And he's not going to do his breath because he doesn't want to hurt Kaan. I think Norg is going to kind of like curl up around the entrance of the cave a bit, maybe like clinging on from like the top, and hold action. So if any tendrils come through the cave part by them, he'll make his either like a claw attack on it.
Okay. Perfect. Next we have Yue.
Okay, I'm gonna have Sing go first, and I'm gonna hop off of Sing at like the edge of the tunnel, and I'm gonna call to Sing. All right, Sing, burn that tendril to pieces. And I instead of backing off like Nork, I'm telling Sing to use their stellar flare breath in a 15-foot cone and do their best to like direct it upward above where above where our dragon is being enraptured. So maybe not hit our ally, but only hit the enemy.
Okay. I am going to have you make a dex check
Okay, is
For
that going to
Sing?
be Sing? Okay,
to see
that's
if Sing hits
yeah. Okay,
can direct the breath well enough. A 13.
13.
Okay.
13.
Yeah, I think a 13 is good enough.
Okay, so this
So
creature has to make a dex save, but it can't
it's-
move. So
Yeah, so it's not going to make a dex save.
yeah. All right, so that is going to be, let's see, 3d6 plus, that's fire damage and 3d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
22 total.
Nice. You watch as this like magnificent breath shoots out of Sing and like runs across the top of the cave. Some of the tendrils that haven't shot out and aren't wrapped around him start to pull back from Kaan and kind of get crispy a little bit. And what are you doing, Yue?
Yes, I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb against this thing, and I'm going to use my Breath of the Dragon to change it to cold damage, so I
Okay.
get to roll 1 extra damage die.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast that at first level Chromatic Orb, and that is going to be an attack roll.
Okay.
So I will just do that. I think I can just do that from my character sheet. Submit. Does a 26 hit?
Absolutely hits. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna roll an extra 1d. I think it's a d8. Yeah, 1d8 of cold.
Okay.
It'll be another 7
Oh,
points of damage.
nice.
That's 18 points of cold damage total, my friend.
Okay. Minus.
As I fling open my palm and a mote of just like this glowing like cold frost damage like swirls in like the center of my hand. And it's shot through with like starry design, sort of like Sing's like void like body. And I'm gonna like chuck it back like I'm throwing a softball, and I hurl it forward, right? And it's gonna whirl through the air and bam, like splash against one of the tendrils, and where it explodes, like little crystals of frost are gonna rhyme all the way down.
Yeah, and as it freezes on these spots, it's almost like these two different extremes, this extreme radiant and fire and this extreme cold. Chunks of this moss start to fall around, though Kaan does still seem to be restrained.
Okay. And I'm going to use my bonus action to give Kaan a Bardic Inspiration die as I shout, "Come on, Kaan, get out of there. Aren't you a big, tough guy? Aren't you all grown up already? Use that adolescent rage to your advantage." And I'm going to imbue Kaan with inspiration.
All right. And speaking of Kaan, it is Donick and Kaan's turn.
What is your die size? Remind me for Bardic
It is
Inspiration.
a D6, and if Kaan wants to make an ability check against the grapple, what that means for my special creation subclass is they get to roll the D6 twice and take the higher number on an ability
Nice.
check.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
The first thing that happens though is Donick, not Kaan.
Yeah,
And in
that's
this,
fine.
yeah, so in Aarakocra, so it sounds a bit between a screech and a howl. It is a very scary sound. Donick is going to scream, "Hands off my baby!" And he's going to. He's dad. He really is dad.
I love him so much.
He's going to thunderous charge. So with a thunderous battle cry, I'm going to move up to 10 feet in a straight line and make a melee weapon attack.
Awesome.
Okay, and I accidentally clicked the wrong button there. Melee weapon attack, +6 to hit. Does a 12 hit?
A 12 misses. You know what? I am going to make an amend. I have said it can't move, which means it's essentially prone, and you're making a melee attack, so I will give you advantage on that.
Yeah. Good
18?
GM, Steven.
And 18 hits.
Excellent. So it takes 1d6 plus 4 piercing damage. So that's going to be 1d6. That's 6 damage, but because I'm using Thunderous Charge, it can either be pushed, which it can't be, or it can take an extra 5. So it takes 11 damage from that first attack.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Do I still get advantage here?
Yes.
Let's do it. 18 again.
18 hits again.
The great part about that, so 1d6 plus 4, so that's 7. But as a dread ambusher, if I take the attack action on my first turn, I can make an additional weapon attack as part of that action. And if that attack hits, the target takes an extra d8. So it just took 11 and now 7, and I can hit it one more time.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Y'all are bringing the damage.
23 to hit.
23 hits.
So for that one, this one will be 9 damage plus 13 damage. So that is 11, 7, 13. That's 31 points of damage.
I would like
Wow.
I would like you to describe how you rescue your baby.
I'd love to. With like a great roar of rage, I charged forward, and it's literally a thunderous charge. So lightning crackles from my wings through the feathers onto the ground as I rush forward, slashing out with my sword once. I grab a hold of Kaan and I start slashing upwards into tendrils. I don't even care if I'm freeing him perfectly. I want to cause as much damage as possible. They hurt my kid. And with each like roar and thrust of the short sword, I'm like taking chunks off of the wall and watching them just fly on either side of me until I'm barely, because I'm not that strong, holding Kaan aloft with one hand, short sword in the other, looking down upon the destroy tendrils and grinning.
As you finish,
Ooh.
Kaan, you actually feel like shaking a little bit. Thanks.
I'm gonna yell at you later, but for right now, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, of course.
That was a really mean plant.
This is why we should have just flown through it next time. Puck, can you come here and just help me cut him out?
Grumbling, Puck says, "Yeah, sure." And we'll fly over. Is the light still on?
The lights have faded from this plant.
No. Grumbling, Puck will say, "I would, but I don't see anything."
I take a candle from my pouch. I just put it like beside me, and I flick my fingers and it lights up. There you go. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. I'm like watching him. He's probably got like huge dents in his flesh.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like
poor baby.
some of the spots where the vines wrapped around him, like the scales look like the color has been sucked from, or I forgot he has fur. So a lot of the fur is like almost like singed, and the flesh below that is like gray.
You're gonna be okay.
Come by with a short sword. Or I say a short sword. It's actually one half of a gnome scissor. Looks kind of like that.
Cute.
This is why I got Puck. Puck literally has scissors.
And Trix is on another part chewing through it.
Mm-hmm.
Ria calls up, "Okay, Daddy Donick, protective bloodthirst looks pretty good on you."
He's hurt. He's so hurt.
Oh, well, let me see if I can help. There's no more of these tendril things, eh? I'm gonna hop on Sing's back and also fly over to where the rest of my party is, and I'm gonna healing word. My friends. So that is going to be. I'm just gonna do it. It's a spell save DC. I don't think so. I guess it's just 1d4. I'll roll it. Plus 5. 9.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that's max. Yeah, you regain 9. Your dragon regains 9 points of healing.
Okay, so it's at 13 hit points.
Yep.
Okay. So as you're there, you see a small light sort of bobbing from a little further down the tunnel. It's kind of got a light blue sheen on reflecting off the walls, and you hear these little footsteps walking. You hear, "What's all that commotion?
I'd like to stealth again.
Hello?"
Does it sound like a Flithidir?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just at Puck to like snuff out the light. And I'm gonna pull out because we got health potions, didn't we?
That was not me. That's a candle.
Oh right, I'm gonna blow out the candle myself. And I'm gonna pull out a health potion and I'm gonna drink it while this thing approaches.
Okay. You all, why don't you let's do a group stealth check. So everybody roll stealth.
Dragons do.
We'll just do the characters for now. So we,
Before I do that, is it a potion of just regular healing?
yeah, it's a standard
Okay.
healing potion.
Sorry, I had advantage toggled on from something else.
I think I actually do get advantage because I'm still in
That's good.
the dark.
Yeah, you're in the dark now, so you get advantage.
Creeping around is so much fun.
20.
12.
Dirty.
Okay. So there was a group check that's definitely sufficient. As you watch, you see this little creature, about 4 feet tall, bipedal, graying hair, kind of sticking off in all sorts of directions. Some on its like forearms. It's dragging a pickaxe on the ground. And next to it is just this like strange little blue light floating. Its skin off this light looks almost teal as the blue is reflecting off of it. It's got like a sort of a pig snout, and it's very hunched over. What? Oh, something really happened to our vines. Is someone there?
I would like to turn to the rest of my party and whisper so this thing, I'm assuming like with the stealth check we've made, I'm going to whisper and I'm going to say, listen, I think this thing is probably going to be very aggressive toward us because we destroyed its precious plant. Let me try something here, if you don't mind.
Donna just quietly nods and continues tending to Kaan.
From the shadows, I call out, "Ha! Yes, it was me, Lord of the Darkness. We've destroyed your plant creature, and we will destroy you too unless, dear one, you obey our instructions and take us to your leader." And I'm casting lesser charm on this thing.
Take that to your leader.
That is a whiz save.
Wisdom, you said?
Yeah, against 15.
Okay.
Yes!
Kneels down. Oh, great Lord of Darkness, yes, I will. Oh, well, we don't have a leader, but I can take you to my home.
Is your home? How many people live in your home? Just because the Lord of Darkness needs many tributes, you see.
Oh, there's me, there's Timbleduck,
Just a rough estimate, just between 10 and 100 people. Just give me a rough number.
I would probably say there's like at least 2 and probably 100.
Okay. I quickly turned to the rest of my party. Okay, this only lasts for 1 minute, friends. So what do we want to ask this thing?
Are they peaceful? Will they welcome newcomers?
Yes, answer my other voices as though they were my own. Are you peaceful?
Oh yeah, we're just miners.
Why have you been taking the water from everyone?
I'm not taking any water.
There's a blockage here that didn't used to be here. What is it?
Well, we mine, and then we take the soul stones, or the bad ones a bit, because some of the people in the material plane, I don't know if that we're crossing over now, so we're getting lots of wishes, and in those wishes they go into the soul stones and we remind them, and we take the good ones. But some people are like, I wish that my dad stubs his toe, and we throw those ones away.
Interesting.
That's a
Uh,
good service.
Tell me about any vulnerabilities your people might have to certain types of damage.
That's a weird question. I don't know. What do you mean? What kind of vulnerabilities I have?
Are you particularly scared of fire, perhaps lightning or ice?
Yes, and yes.
This is not very helpful. The minute's almost up.
The place where you contain those bad soul stones, you need to move them.
Why? They're
That
protecting
Doesn't
us.
matter. Tell us how to get there. How do we reach the area of the bad soul stones?
Oh, I'll show you.
Okay.
It's just I need to have lunch first. Do you want lunch?
I pick up a stick from one of the tendrils and I toss it from the darkness at this thing's feet. Draw a map on the ground now.
Did you do a spell to my head?
Sleep, and I cast command. That's another wit save.
Doesn't command only last for a round?
Yes. Get out.
6 seconds.
Wait, command
I
lasts
tell
for
it.
like 8 hours.
You can make
The duration that I have here is one
no
round.
suggestion lasts for
Yeah,
suggestion lasts for a long
suggestion
time.
lasts for
Command,
8 hours.
command is just like a 1 round like.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna knock this guy out if I can.
This thing rolled a 4, so I was okay. Liz down.
Remember how I
you
said
have-
we had 60 seconds earlier? We've got 6 now. Let's go.
Are you going towards where this creature came from, or you have 2 choices basically: back from where you came from or further down?
Further down.
I'm booking it further down. As I pass this creature, can I look through their body?
You're so
Or like a key,
mean.
like
In
in
6
case there's like a key or like information like that. Can I look at their pickaxe?
What if their bank account information's on them? You can't just leave that
Exactly.
there.
Their social security number.
So as you run by, and you stop to look through their stuff, this creature opens its eyes back up and says, "Oh, are you the Lord of Darkness?"
Yes, and I'm very beautiful. Don't
I mean,
mind my hands looking through your clothes.
Beauty's, I mean, not my type, but
What? Hold on now. I'm gonna pause the entire journey and be like, what do you mean I'm not? Hold on. You're not my type. I'm everyone's type.
What does this person look like? Do I know what they are?
why don't you roll a probably we'll say a nature check. That's probably not the right thing to do, but no, roll a history check.
Oh, that's wrong. Normal. History check. 15.
A 15. You've heard of these people, though none of them live in the Court of the Wind, so you would have never seen them. But they're called Briganox. And they mine wishes that people in the material plane make. Mostly they are sort of rumors because the planes have been so separate for so long. But they're friendly. They just mine wishes. They try to get rid of the bad ones, and they make gems. Like they polish up and make these beautiful gems out of the good wishes and decorate their things. So as you look at this pickaxe, you see it's bedazzled. Like it's
Ooh.
so shiny. But to Yue, he says, well, you're just like, you're kind of tall. You don't have a lot of fur coming out of your forearms. That's
No,
really,
I trim it all off.
yeah, your fingernails keep growing.
Okay, that's circumstantial.
It's nothing personal. You're a very lovely looking person, but it's
Oh,
just like
thank you.
it's just like I like other Briganocks.
People like different things. That's not the big deal.
Okay,
The big
fine.
deal is that their use of they're tossing out the bad ones, is blocking up water access to an important civilization up. That's like, we have priorities here.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I do want to say, Lord of Darkness, I wish you hadn't done the thing to my head, because I just like, I really like making friends, and it kind of hurts my feelings that you would feel like you would need to do that to me.
That's on me. I assumed you were hostile just because you lived down here, and I should not have done that. Because everything else in here has tried to kill us. Just so you know.
I like gesture to my to my poor son.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta be careful of the vines.
We tried, but it's hard when someone like you love is under attack, even if it's an accident. It's hard not to get defensive and immediately. So we're sorry, but
I don't really care. They're vines.
no, I mean, I'm sorry about the whole mind trick thing. We were just we got defensive.
Yeah. I suppose if you're in mortal peril, that would make sense. So
Yes,
so
it was calculated.
do you want sandwiches?
Ooh, I would love a sandwich, Nord.
Yeah, I want a sandwich too.
Can I put my legs back on now?
Oh, sure.
Pop, 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 pop.
Trixie, meanwhile, is like sniffing this individual, like doing almost the cat, like rubs against their leg real quick. Oh, hello, little friend.
I just realized that I gestured, but he couldn't see the gesture, so it was just like I direct him to with my voice to my, because no one could see me, and suddenly there's a gigantic bird man in front of him. Just out of nowhere. Right, I forgot I did that.
Oh, yeah, you can follow me. Takes you down the path. Actually, there are a few spots where the cave starts to kind of open up into a network of caves. It's not super complex, but you do come to this small little town almost in the ground. There's these little small, like, one room stone houses just covered in small little jewels. You see a bunch more of these little people kind of running around, and this guy in his little voice stands on a little rock and tells, "Hello, everybody, we got some friends. They might do tricks to your mind, but hopefully not.
It was an accident.
We need to make sandwiches." And all of these little voices, very similar, just move into action, start flying around their place, getting like one of them pulls a table that doesn't seem like it should fit in the room that it's being pulled out of. Pulls out a huge table. They're moving like rocks in places where individuals could sit for like this large town dinner, essentially. The table really is only sufficient for Puck as far as height is concerned. And this individual says, "I forgot to tell you, my name is Pindleflick. We all live here. The mines are down that way. The bad soul stones," points another direction, "are down that way. And let's have some lunch." And very quickly, there's sandwiches all on all these little plates. And you all can take a short rest if you would like. And anything you would like to do with these individuals, you can.
Song of Rest again for the short rest, and I'll just pop that in chat so y'all have it.
Oh, that's great music. I like that. It's nice to have music while you eat lunch.
Yeah, I'm pulling out like my lyre and I'm plucking at it. And like I think you all see like these little musical notes actually float into like existence as I like strum and pluck at my lyre, and like as they like float toward my party members, like one like bing, into Puck, and like one pings into Taza, one pings into Donic, and each of our dragons to sort of imbue them with health.
Can we? I imagine. Oh, go ahead.
Can we use our hit dice for our dragons?
Your dragons do. It doesn't list them, huh? Shoot, that was something I meant to do. I think I said have your dragons have the same type of hit dice as you.
Yeah.
And roll, so you don't have to waste your own hit dice for your dragons. As you're playing a song, there's very quickly a gathering around you, Yue, as these creatures are enamored by the magic and the music coming from you.
Yeah, I'm basking in this attention as I'm like, I'm looking at these little creatures, and I'm gonna be like, so any requests? I have quite a large repertoire of songs I can play for you.
Oh, we don't really have songs down here.
No? What? How do you entertain yourselves? Don't you make music and sing?
We eat sandwiches.
That sounds delicious, but also very sad. Here, let me teach you something. And Red's gonna teach them some of their favorite songs that they would play while performing and traveling around the Feywild.
Awesome. You see Void in the background with a slight smile. Excuse me, sing. Gosh, I had done so good this whole episode. Sing kind of smiling in the background. And you hear a whisper just real quietly, what's on the other side of fame for you? And
when Sing says that, I think Yue was in the middle of just like playing and singing, and suddenly they, for the first time, I think since you've known Yue, they play the wrong note, and they just sort of mess up, and like the little like musical notes that were like floating off of their strings suddenly like go sour, and they like squiggle, as it hits a dissonant note, and they like fade away. What did you say, Sing?
Oh, I just said, what's on the other side of fame for you? You just eat it up. I was just wondering. It's just the phrase just popped into my head. I'm.
The blood has drained from Ria's face. Just completely, like down past the scales that girdle up like their neck, right? And like they even stop like caring about the hair that's growing from their scalp and like the nails that are extending from their fingers, and they just sort of like stare at Sing like stricken. In a huge overreaction to what Sing just said. And it's just like staring at their dragon and like ignoring this crowd of like audience members that they were just previously like basking in the attention of. And Yue is looking at Sing in a way they never have before. There is like a stricken and a really tight and almost like terrified expression in their face. And they just sort of like stall there and are speechless.
My dear, is something wrong?
And Yue's gonna blink really quickly and look away. No. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Enjoy the sandwiches. And Yue's gonna quickly get up and tuck their lyre away and just leave the group and even leave Sing.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you, what are you doing?
These sandwiches are delightful.
Oh no, we're really good at mining and we're really good at sandwiches.
Compliments to the chef.
I'm just like feeding Kaan sandwiches, and I insist upon feeding him like he's a hatchling again.
I can feed myself. I can feed myself. It's fine. I'm
just worried. Really, I'm worried about you. Okay, it's just something happened to you. I don't know what I'd do.
Nothing's gonna happen to me. It was just a just a weird cave thing.
Promise.
Yeah, of course.
And then I like leave him slightly. I go one step to a different direction, and I just like gently stare at him. This is the first time he's been hurt this much, I think.
Amazing.
He's acting like a mother bird.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these souls.
Puck, you were gonna do something.
Puck was mid asking whoever seemed knowledgeable about the wish stones and where they are kept and how they usually handle them. And Puck, so y'all were talking about who's intelligent and who's wise. Puck is both.
Oh,
I have a 16 in both. So
Amazing.
I'm the one who has been sitting here this whole time. Y'all are doing all that. I found someone in the corner and am asking questions about the mission that we're
Yeah.
supposed to be doing.
So you find this other one of these Briganox. Looks a little older than even all of them. Even the children, like you can very clearly tell which ones are children, and they even have like gray hair that like look like they're balding. They all look very old. But this one in particular is like falling asleep in their sandwich. Pops up and says, "Well, you're new around here. Yes, you want to know about the soul stones. It'd probably be easier if I just show you. Is that okay? You want to see them?"
Should probably wait. Oh, you made me lose my voice. It's back in the back of the throat, but mine's kind of in the back of the soft palate. Yeah, we should probably wait for the rest of the crew because I feel like that. And you know what? It looks like they're busy. Let's just do that.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing
well
could
done.
go wrong here.
No, it's very safe. We're very safe. Except, well, we're very safe.
You know.
You can roll an insight check if you want.
Yes, please. Oh gosh. 14.
There is an element of like this individual is reassuring themselves that it's safe.
Oh. You know what? Let's wait until my rest of my friends are ready.
Okay, that seems like a good idea. But I guess I could tell you, so we have a mine.
Mhm.
It's where all the wishes come. They start out as kind of big stones, and you can kind of see the glow on the inside, and so we mine them and take them out. And then we can listen to them. And so sometimes when we listen, it's like someone was obviously very grumpy. And they're like, I don't like my mom, and I wish that her hair catches on fire. And I was like, that's not the kind of people we want to be. And so we take those, and we have this tunnel that we put them there, and we put them there because oh well, I'll tell no yeah no I'll tell you. So there are some of the Briganox went down this tunnel because they were like, oh, maybe there's more soul stones. And then when they came back, all their color was gone, and they couldn't hear the soul stones anymore, and they were sad.
So, what did you do with them?
Well, they're all just probably in their homes, but they seem to be really sick.
Can I meet one?
Sure, I guess, but can you be like very quiet and don't be happy? Okay, come on. Takes you up some stairs into this little one room hut. Well, it's not a hut; it's made out of stone, but stone room, and says, "Okay, this is Dindermuff. Dindermuff has had a bad couple weeks, and as this individual opens the door, you see laying on the bed is another one of these Briganox, and it looks like an animated movie where you can see color, and then there's one character that's in grayscale. That's what this individual looks like. And they're just kind of staring straight at the ceiling. Don't acknowledge you coming in. That's the one who's been guiding you. I started narrating in my that voice. The one who's been guiding you just says, "Oh, that's all they do. So we try to refeed them. We put little foods in and they chew and swallow, and we give them little waters. But they just
Did they say anything about what they saw there?
no, they just wandered back and they don't really talk. Sometimes when they're there, there's a little tear comes down because they're sad. And so we block that off because we don't want that. You don't want that, right?
Yes, but well, because the cave is being blocked off, someone upstairs doesn't have water.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so we need to move to a different place. So maybe if we figure out what happened to them, then we can take the bad stones and put them somewhere else. Maybe. Do you have another place you can put them?
I mean, there's lots of we're in underground caves. There's lots of places we could put them.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can solve that problem.
Okay. And I want to know if there anything that you would be doing as you kind of storm off.
Is there like a place here that's kind of scenic and also moody?
Yeah, absolutely. As you walk away from this table to the edge of the town, it sort of drops off to like a big open space where you can see where they mine, and this mine is like this kaleidoscope of colors, of these wishes that have come from the material plane and trapped themselves within these stones, and it's unlike anything you've ever seen.
Okay. Then Yue is sat at the edge of this chasm, and has their legs dangling over the edge. Sort of very similar to when everyone was at the edge of the mists and looking down into the fog. But now Yue is just sort of sitting there. They're absently clipping their nails and like very like dejectedly trimming their hair, I think. But they're looking out into this vast void of glittering gems. And they sigh deeply. They look at one of the wishes that has crystallized into physical form. And they just sort of like wonder out loud, I guess to no one in particular. Well, if I were someone on the material plane, I wonder how many of these wishes I would make. Wonder what color they'd be. Wonder if they'd make even a single noise if they shattered.
And I think
That's all. They're just sort of brooding.
And I think with that thought, we're going to have to find out what happens next time on Into the Mysts. Yue, having some emotions.
Yeah, having some
love it.
broody brood time.
We're having a bit of growth here, a bit of growth.
Mm-hmm.
We like to see it.
Yep. Well, everybody who has been hanging out and chatting, watching with us, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We are having a ton of fun. We hope you are too. The four of you, again, I'm gonna say this every week because y'all are so talented. thanks for doing this with me. I really, really love doing this and telling this story. So tell everybody where they can find you and what you're up to these days. And we'll start with Connie.
Hey everyone, I'm Connie, pronouns they, he, and she. When I'm not here being everyone's favorite broody, sexy, non-binary, lesbian, grantee, sorcerer / bard, I am the GM and producer behind Transplanar RPG, which if you don't know, we are an all transgender, people of color-led, 100% homebrewed, D&D 5th edition live-streamed actual play campaign set in an original, non-colonial, anti-orientalist world. We stream Saturdays at 3 p.m. U.S. Central Time and Tuesdays at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We also have a podcast that releases Tuesdays, so listen to us wherever you pod your casts, whether that's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean for the underrated dark horse of podcasting platforms, etc., etc. With that, I'll pass introductions along to Norden Ali.
Hey, my name is Nordin Ali. My pronouns are he, him. When I'm not playing your favorite Dragon Daddy Donic, wow. I surprised myself there. I'm in several other games. You can catch me Mondays in the evenings, Eastern Daylight Time, hanging out over at Loading Ready Run and Gehenna Gaming somehow at the same time. Strange. Must investigate. And every Saturday afternoon for the rest of October, you can find me on Roll For It playing a game of Mage. You can find all these episodes, previous episodes, if you want to catch up on campaigns on YouTube's, on their individual channels. But otherwise, you can catch me here next week on Thursday. I'm also a tabletop writer, cultural consultant, sensitivity consultant. So there's a bunch of stuff I'm involved in. And to find that, nordinalikkadir.card with 2 R's.co. It's a long list. I can't announce them all. I'm sorry. It's a long list. And I'm going to toss over to Gnome.
I'm no pronouns he, him. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Nomadic. I do TTRPG things in TTRPG spaces. Lately, it's just been Eris and I hanging out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings over on my Twitch channel, talking about TTRPGs and life. It's been serious lately. We've been touching on some serious topics, but that's, sometimes you need a little dread to go with your cup of coffee. So come join us at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, again Monday, Wednesday, Friday over my Twitch channel. I'm here on Thursdays, and on Fridays you can come check out, we've got 2 more episodes of our Hyperlight Drifter game, sponsored by Metalweave Games, over on my channel at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Super cool system. And it's based off the video game, which the video game is actually pretty cool. So come check that out. And then once we're done with the 3 total episodes on my channel, we're going to be hopping on over to Friends Who Roll Dice. So give them a little follow and see what other shows are going on there, and go hang out. Eris, it's your turn.
Hello, I'm Eris Savad, pronouns are she, her. I make things, jewelry and sewing stuff. You can find the things that I make at erisavad.com. You can find me futzing around on my channel every once in a while, not very often, but sometimes I want company while I make things, and you get to be that company. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stitched by Eris, and you can find me on TikTok because I somehow really like their upload format at Eris Savad. Yeah. What about you, Steven?
Awesome. I'm Steven. You can find me on the Twitter lands and other social medias. Excuse me, choking on my spit. At @the_bad DM. Mostly I hang out here on this channel. I am the creator and producer and editor and DM of the Feyforge Academy, which we have streams here like this one. And we also have a podcast that releases every Friday. So on your favorite podcatcher, you can find it. This story and every other stream that we have done so far, all actually are in the same world of Avastria, and actually affect our main campaign, which is our podcast. I also do some editing streams because similar to Eris, it's sometimes the monotony of having to just do stuff for a long time. You just want friends to be there with you. So I do that. I'm also an editor for hire. If you are looking into starting a podcast and you're like, how do I edit? I'll do it for you, and then you don't have to. And yeah, last but not least, I'm going to say this one more time. If you have been enjoying this show and you want to support these lovely humans that I get to make this story with, if you would take and you have the resources, I know everyone's circumstances are different, and so if it's just if you just need us to help you get through the day, totally understand. But if you can and you have enjoyed, we would appreciate it if you would give to our Ko-fi and help support this show and stuff in the future. So we appreciate you. Let's find someone to raid like Eugenio. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see y'all next week.